Welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be fun. It is going to be the start of a series I've been wanting to do. We are going to start the 6.5 PR series, and we're going to dub it Doing It Right. So what do I mean by that? Well, one of my pastimes on YouTube is to search up 6.5 PRC range results. And you can confirm with Tim from Little Crow Gun Works. What is the number one thing I text him about is results of 6.5 PRC going really slow. Most videos that I watch on YouTube about a 6.5 PRC at the range, they're all going extremely slow. It's not because the cartridge is just a slow cartridge. It's because people are using way too slow burning of a powder. Can you get really good accuracy with the wrong powder? Yeah, you can. In fact, yesterday, I got a really tiny group using the wrong powder. So in this series, we are going to do some exploring. Can we get faster velocities with the right burning powder? And what kind of accuracy can we get out of it using N560? I'll just say, if you want to use a 140 grain class bullet in your 6.5 PRC, it's going to be hard to beat N560. Yeah, probably Reloader 26, obviously will beat it, but not many people have that one. So bullet of choice. You know, I saw these at the local store and I had to get them. I've always been super impressed with Norma Bondstrike. The only problem with the Norma Bondstrike is you can't really reload them because they're just not available. I just haven't seen them in the US until a couple weeks ago. So I picked some up. We're going to see what kind of accuracy and velocity we can get with this. Now, yesterday I did actually go to the range and just was kind of testing the waters with N560 and a 143 Bondstrike. I was mostly shooting to see what velocities I got so I could calibrate it to GRT. So we could find out what its real max is and go from there to do our load development. That's exactly what I did. I did shoot a couple of groups, knowing that this was most likely a pretty mellow load because I don't want a hot rod right away. Don't worry, we will definitely test N560's top velocities and compare them to something like Retumbo.
No. Get warm. I'm up at the range. Why are you out here?
But I've got one that's on the rig.
I've got.
Yesterday we had a wheelchair guy come up here.
2017.
That is really slow.
And he's actually got a very, very cool wheelchair he's getting. It's made by...
Are you even seeing it on paper?
Oh, it's like 3
Really
inches
low.
low.
2 wheels.
Yeah.
It's like 3-4 inches low. Now I got it in frame. That first one it didn't catch on frame.
Segway. You know what Gary Sinise is? Remember?
2839.
Yeah. You know the movie Forrest Gump? He was the lieutenant. He bought it. Called him up and says, hey, I'm going to get you one of these. So he says, now I'll be able to come up here. Because we always have to...
2842.
He comes in and do. And so...
All right. Up in the grain charge, it's still extremely mild, which is something I want. I don't want it being overpressure.
$28.97. $28.96.
Hi-ho, Mel. Sure. Let me get a total number.
2932. That was a big jump.
Didn't shoot very well.
No.
We got some good data. Didn't shoot great, but we're shooting at pretty slow velocities. So here's what I'm going to do in GRT. Obviously, I put in the cartridge, put in the water case capacity after it's been fired. We're using Lapua brass. That is the coal with the bullet, 2.9551. And then the barrel length. We're using a 24-inch barrel. And then we're using N560. And GRT predicted 28.54. In reality, we got 29.13 average out of 4 shots that I did. So this is what Tim from Little Crow Gunworks suggested to calibrate it. So we're just going to go, I already know what the number is. We're just going to go up to 6,100. And yeah, pretty close enough. 29.13 average. So we really know we're almost at 57,000 PSI. Our load ratio is 92%, and we do have 100% burnt propellant at 54 grains. Let me show you what I loaded up last night and what we're going to start at. So let's start here. We're going to start at 55 grains and go up to what GRT thinks is the estimated max at 65,000 PSI, which I think is maybe 56.5 grains. So that's the plan. Let me show you. The estimated velocity with 55 grains is going to be 2967 feet per second at 60,000 PSI. And I'm going to almost hit 3,000 feet per second at 56 grains, 3,020 feet per second. And the load ratio is getting better. And then where I will go up to the max, probably a tad bit over pressure, but with a good load ratio, 96%, it's going to be maybe 3,045 feet per second. So let me just share the goals I have with this 6.5 PRC series. Number one, I really just want to find a good load with the Bondstrike. I really do believe the Bondstrike is one of the best hunting bullets you can use. If we can get half MOA, I'll be thrilled. And if we can get 3,000 feet per second, that would be nice. Getting 3,000 feet per second, well, let's just say I'll be one of the few YouTubers on YouTube showing that. Yeah, that's how slow most people are shooting their 6.5 PRC. The other goal is to show, well, I'm hoping that using the right burn rate powder, we're going to have some success. And hopefully that helps people start using the right powder. Because as I said, this is my dad's hunting load. It's a 140 VLD. Shoots, for the most part, extremely well. It's not always consistent, and that's kind of why we're trying something new. But I'm not going to spoil the velocity we're getting with Retumbo, but I'll just say this is a max load with Retumbo. In Series 2, or Part 2, I'll show you what kind of velocity he's getting with this bullet. And then we're going to compare it to the max velocity we get with N560. Should be a lot of fun. I hope you guys tune in. So if you're liking it so far and want to see more of it, feel free to subscribe.